Hello, Leo, and welcome to your reading for the weeks covering July 16 through 29, 2024. This is a reading if you are Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, or have another significant Leo placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about this and other videos that I put out. I do put out channeling videos with Archangel Azrael. I also I upload my morning coffee with Breach segment. Try to do it every day. Sometimes I'm a day or two behind, but those are also on Instagram. I do those 6:30 every morning, or most mornings anyway, in Eastern Standard Time, where I will also, within the live stream conversation, I also will do another daily reading for people. So you can check that out if you would like. The links to all of my work, including more information about the channeling and about the services that I offer, and my social media, are all down in the description box below. So we are going to do the 12-card horoscope spread, looking at the 12 astrological houses, plus an extra one in the middle. The main deck that I use is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche, and again, if you're familiar with this channel, you know about this deck. And I usually clarify with a tarot deck. This week, I'm going to be clarifying with the Black Moon astrology cards, and then I will do a single card pull from the Osho Zen Tarot. The reason I want to use astrology cards this week is because we have a couple of very significant aspects. One is going on right now, probably as you're going to be watching this video, and that is the Mars-Uranus-Algol conjunction at 26 degrees of Taurus. And that is very, very significant for everybody, not just Taurians. It is a potentially very liberating kind of an aspect. It has the potential to really get rid of those things in your life or transform those things that you do not need anymore. However, Uranus always takes the form of something unexpected, and with Mars, there could be upsets or frustrations. And with Algol, which is considered to be at the head of Medusa in the constellation of Perseus, you have to be careful. There could be explosive behavior, violence, things like that. Tempers could flare. Be careful about information that you get, at least through Wednesday the 17th. Things could be a bit touchy, so avoid fights with people as much as possible and things like that. However, it also, like I said, it has the potential to bring a very sudden transformation into your life. So and it's a very rare aspect. So that will be happening probably as you're watching this, if you're watching it right when I put it out. And the other aspect is going to be the full moon on the 21st at 29 degrees Capricorn, and that is going to be squared to Pluto. So yeah, both of these aspects are really transformative and can really start shuttling things ahead at a very, very fast rate in our lives, maybe faster than we would like, depending on our sign. Leo, you're a fire sign, so you might be up to the task. Earth signs might have a little more trouble. But nonetheless, this is definitely talking about transformation for everybody. So so be aware that it's going to be that way. August looks like it's going to be a little bit quieter, or at least the period right after. I haven't looked at all the August aspects yet, but those are the big ones that are coming up in this next couple of weeks. So let's get on with your reading. I'm going to start just by looking at the cartouche cards, and then I will clarify it with the astrology cards. So right now, Leo, yeah, I mean, you are definitely on fire right now. This is being shown in your personality. You may be impassioned, you may be a go-getter, you may be ready to go. Again, as I mentioned with this Mars-Uranus-Algol conjunction, do be careful, because this could be a time when tempers flare. So just be aware that this is a time when things could be a little more explosive than usual. But generally speaking, this suggests being in a moment where you are sort of on fire, you are seen, and that you are very inspired. Okay, and you're definitely giving that energy off to people. You are coming across as somebody who's very fiery and impassioned. There do seem to be some significant communications coming in, or a short trip that might be important. Okay, I have to clarify to see specifically what this is about, but I am seeing communications. This is in the house of communication. You have the card of communication, which is air, and this is a card also of short distance travel. So not a long trip, but something relatively short. This is also a card of communication, and this is the house of communication. So strong Mercury energy here. So it does seem to me there's going to be some communications or a short trip that's going to be of importance. If you are in business, this could relate to that, but it doesn't necessarily have to. It could just be suggesting that important messages are coming in, and we will clarify that. Okay, in terms of business, in terms of work, okay, whatever, if you're working for somebody, say you're not working for yourself, if you are, if you're in a job area, you do have this twins card here. So I don't know if this means a new relationship that you meet through somebody who you know from work. This can also mean just partnering with somebody on your work, or some kind of significant work partnership that is showing up here. If this is also the house that has to do with health and with worry. So again, I don't know, and also with domestic animals. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if this would be for a health matter. This could be working with somebody. It could be working with a doctor, a nutritionist, a personal trainer, somebody like that. Or there may be somebody else involved. If there's a matter involving a pet, there could be, a consultation with somebody that is connected to that. I don't know, but they're definitely showing that there's another person of significance here. This also could be a source of worry for you. Maybe there has been a particular relationship, or, whether it be a friendship or a work relationship or something like that, that may be, I don't know, that may perhaps feel a bit challenging right now, or it could also alternately be pointing to somebody who's actually going to be there to support you. We do see this Horus card in the 10th house. So Horus is about being recognized for something. So this is definitely a card of being seen. It's also a card of being vindicated in a lot of ways when Horus comes up. So this could be a card of, being recognized for the work that you do. There's also a strong healing energy connected to this card. So I always mention that this could indicate that some people maybe are going into a healing profession, or dealing with something like that, whether it be mental or physical health, but does not have to be the case at all. There's strong Leo energy connected with this as well. So this is really more of a card of recognition, of charm, of charisma, of being seen. And in the career house, I always feel like this means that you are finally being seen and recognized for the work that you do. But we do have Seth over here in the 9th house. So I don't know. Again, this may be connected to a long trip or a journey. This may be, and again, this is also a house of higher education, and it's also a house of spirituality and belief. There's some kind of a problem here. There was some kind of an issue or something that causes anxiety, and Urias may indicate something coming that you did not expect, or that you don't expect. Okay, so there's this sense of something that's coming out of the blue here. This may be something. This is a house that has to do with freedom. Sagittarius energy is Jupiter energy. It's expansive. So there's some area maybe in which you wanted to move, change, expand. Maybe that's why you're very fiery here. But I feel like there have been unexpected blocks here. But Urias does seem to indicate that these blocks may be occurring because you may be being pointed in a different direction. Okay, certain things may have happened or be happening because because things are about to take an unexpected turn. Ultimately, Urias indicates that, if there has been a situation where maybe you haven't been recognized, or maybe you feel that somebody has done you an unfriendly turn, Urias usually indicates outwitting your enemies, or outwitting those who don't necessarily have your best interests. It can also just be indicating a matter where there's some secrecy involved. So again, we'll pull the astrology cards to see what that has to do with. With regard to a relationship, okay, if you're somebody who's looking to date, I feel like, okay, the message that I'm just seeing here between these two houses is that you're on the right side with somebody, or you're recognized by somebody, or you're okay. Like, I feel like this is coming up as maybe there's a vibe that somebody maybe feels that they did something wrong. Maybe if there's somebody who's not been communicating with you or something, maybe you feel like, oh, did I do something wrong? This is a card that says, no, you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, that's kind of what this means. This can also, again, be recognition, or it can also indicate being interested in somebody who is very highly recognized for something. Whether that person's an authority, whether that person's got some level of fame or influence or celebrity, I don't know. But there's somebody here you might recognize, and you have this Lotus card in the 7th house. So this definitely indicates being calm, not worrying about something, sort of the peaceful continuity of something. That's why when I look at these two together, I feel like it's saying in terms of a relationship, like, not to worry if maybe your relationship is gotten off to a bumpy start or something like that, or maybe sometimes you're very close with somebody, and then maybe if for some reason there's a gap in communication or something like that. This seems to be saying not to worry about it, that things are peacefully continuing, even if you're not really sure like what's going on there. But yeah, this can also indicate being recognized for creative work or a project. Again, there's a whole lot in here about recognition. So, and also the possibility that you have been trying to move ahead with something, and I don't know, something's been blocking you over here, or somebody's doing something and not telling you about it. But I do feel like there's this very strong vibe of you being recognized, of communications happening, messages going back and forth. And you actually this is a card of strength, and you've got this in the 11th house. So, and this is the Aquarius card in the Aquarius house. So you're going to be looking at things differently, thinking outside the box, using the resources that you have available to you to deal with any situations that have been a little bit on the rough side. Interesting, you've got Ankh here too, because Cancer had this here as well. Ankh in the 12th house. Yeah, this is like a card of like almost like on the soul level. This is almost like opening yourself up to what is authentic to you. What your soul authentically loves, what you're passionate about. But in the 12th house too, when I see the Ankh, you're definitely talking about something at just something at the soul level that really it's like the Ankh is really the key to life, okay, and it's the key to love. So I don't know, this is really, I feel like this is about you trying to open up maybe the blocks you're reaching because something's trying to get you to reach for your passion. Sometimes this card can also come up in a more mundane way as maybe worries or concerns about a relationship, a love relationship, and maybe that's why these cards are showing up here. Maybe it's saying, and maybe that's something you've kind of put in the back of your mind or on the back burner, but it does seem like things are basically okay. Something here in the 4th house. I don't know why the word mother comes into mind with this. Now, Hathor doesn't have to be mother energy. It can just be some kind of female energy, but it is in the 4th house of Cancer, which is also the house of the mother. So oftentimes when this is coming up here, there's a sense of something, either somebody who's really nesting and making a domestic space for themselves, or this literally has to do with someone's mother. In fact, we're seeing mom energy over here in the 2nd house as well, though Isis can also, this is the house of money, but this can also be, it doesn't necessarily have to do with somebody's mother. It might, I don't know, but this can also just be a situation where patience is required. It also may be indicating money that's being spent on self-care for somebody as well. That might be part of what's going on there. Okay, I think we could stand for some clarification at this point. Overall, you do have Scarab, so there are definite changes going on in like every avenue of your life. That's the overall tone of things. And I feel like the things perhaps you've been dealing with lately, yeah, you've got the Sun in the 1st house, wow. There's a whole lot of energy here of things moving and changing. Okay, let's see. Oops. Oh, wow. 12th house card in the 12th house. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we've got. Okay. So you've got, again, I was talking about recognition, and you've got the Sun card in the 1st house with fire. Yeah, you are definitely getting noticed here, Leo. You're definitely, the sun is shining on you, on your efforts, on your work, on the areas where you want to be visible. If you're looking for love, whatever it is you're trying to get, wherever you're trying to devote your energy, you are definitely being seen. And there is a spotlight on you figuring out, what it is you're doing, where you're going. Definitely a very strong energy around this, and definitely this, okay, you got part of fortune here in the 2nd house, so that's great news, because this would indicate an increase in money. Again, with Isis, there could be an element of spending money on self-care, or this could just also, I don't know if there's an increase in money that has to do with something having to do with caring for someone or with someone's mother, because Isis has a strong energy of that. But this could literally just be saying, you know, whatever's going on, just be patient because there's going to be an increase here. That would be the most basic meaning, I would think, there. And yeah, we've got this Aquarian energy with air. Okay, so yeah, Aquarius has to do with our friendships. Okay, this has to do with being shown the waves of the future, if, you know, being forward thinking. Again, it's connected to this Sirius card, and the fact that this is showing up in this area. I don't know. I feel like there's a significant conversation that's going to be had with somebody. This could be a friend. This could be with friends or with people who are interested in advancing your interests. And yeah, interestingly, I'm looking over at the 8th house here, and which we didn't really talk about. And we've got Bastet with the 11th house card. So all this Aquarian energy about looking for friendly support to meet your goals. And this is also a card about networking, socializing, and getting out there, okay? So this is showing up in your 8th house. Again, all this energy, Leo, around recognition and being seen. It's amazing. There's a lot of it. And there definitely seems to be at least one friendship or one conversation that's going to be really significant here. You have Taurus with Hathor here. So again, yeah, I mean, this kind of nesting energy at home, Taurus is definitely connected to that. That's about being patient, trying to create a stable and grounded environment. This is definitely about security, including financial security. So I don't know, maybe you're at a period of time now. And again, the fact that I have 2 mother cards here, I don't know how that's involved. I'm just throwing out there that that's what they tend to mean. But there's definitely this sense of an increase in money showing up in both of these places with this Isis and Hathor energy, which both suggest something feminine or suggest maybe, if, you know, again, there's a strong mother vibe to it. So take that as it resonates. But if you say, well, I don't know, my mom's not involved in anything here, then certainly I would just say that now you maybe are at a point of really trying to, you may be in a very domestic frame of mind where you're really trying to put down roots, get stability, and make your house into your home. Okay, you've got South Node here with the Crook and Flail. Okay, so this could be, if this has to do with a relationship of some kind, Crook and Flail, okay, we have it with the South Node. So South Node would indicate relationships from the past, okay? Or past lives being connected to relationships, or a relationship, maybe there's somebody in authority who you have a past life connection with. But past life relationships are ones that we need to resolve. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's something or some kind of work or some kind of project with somebody. In fact, like I said, we've got the twins next to this with Gemini. So I don't know if we're dealing with a Gemini because twins is also Gemini energy, or if this is just something where somebody's doing like something that has to do with writing or speaking or very strong communications here showing up. But this is definitely pointing to a relationship or creative collaboration with somebody who is, yeah, this is like a past life connection, somebody you're very, very familiar with, and somebody who is a figure of authority. So I don't know. The other thing that jumps into my mind could be that if there's a relationship where, you know, the status of it, or maybe even that, you know, maybe there's just something about the person, if you're not sure about it, this person may also be clearing up this South Node energy. Like they also might be someone who is, you know, maybe needs to break out and move and head into where their North Node energy is, like towards the future, but they may be stuck in the past a little bit when this card comes up. And if we look at the 7th house, again, we have that Lotus energy, but again, we have this 4th house energy. Family seems to strongly come into play here, or something ancestral seems to be coming into play with this 4th house card. I don't know, this is just really interesting. And the fact that this has to do with a significant partnership, I don't know if this is somebody you're connecting with who, like I said, it could be a past life connection, or this could be somebody who's just very, very connected in some way to their own family or their own ancestral issues. I don't know. Very, very interesting that this is showing up here. But when 4th house shows up, I mean, there's definitely a sense that home and family are playing a role in whatever's going on here, okay, with this partnership. We mentioned the 11th house. Okay, let's look at this Bast energy, sorry, the Seth energy that we have with Urias here. And you have Jupiter return with Mars. Okay, Now, remember what I said about the Mars-Uranus-Algol connection. Mars is showing up here for you, and this is where we're seeing a potential problem. So Jupiter return is about abundance. This is about you expanding your horizons, but you may need to get a little aggressive about something, okay? The Mars energy here, you know, you're very fired up and you're being seen. I feel like somebody may be holding you back. Maybe somebody's not telling you something. I don't know, but there's definitely this energy of you may need to be a little aggressive about moving ahead, because it is definitely time for you to be moving ahead with this Jupiter return. I mean, everything here is saying it's your time to shine, okay? In your 10th house, you have it with the water element. So in terms of career, we have Horus here, which is this card of recognition, but this is also saying let matters flow right now. You know, you want to see where things are flowing to, and certainly it does seem like, again, whatever's going on, you are going to be flowing towards a space where you are recognized and you are validated. There could be some strong emotions when the water card comes up, but yeah, it's it just seems, and water to me also has a changeable quality and element. I mean, you got Gemini here and you've got water here, so I don't know. There seems like there's going to be movement or change or a lot of communication. The fact that I'm seeing this relationship connected to work, I feel like, I don't know whether this is a love relationship or not, or just some kind of a past life or karmic connection with somebody, maybe somebody who's even a boss, I don't know. But I just feel like there's some changes and some conversations that are going on. Maybe even this is the person who's holding you back or who's giving you this problem. But you need to sort of, you know, I feel like you are trying to establish your own stability here, and you, so you are going to be working to move ahead. But they're definitely something connected to some kind of partnership here that seems very significant right now. Yeah, you have Scorpio here in this with the Sirius energy. So this is the card of transformation and endings and beginnings. So yeah, again, this is very this is water energy, but it's very, very deep, and it suggests very, very deep emotions or feelings, or you know, with Sirius here, I don't know if there's a strong physical attraction to some, you know, to a friend or to somebody like that, but there's I don't know. There's just some, Scorpio to me has a lot to do with endings and beginnings, and in fact, that is, you have the 8th house card right in the center of your reading, endings and beginnings. That is very much connected to Scorpio energy, along with Aries energy, by the way, overall. So again, this idea of it's time for you to move. It's time for you to, okay, it's time for you to end something. That's what I'm getting. It's time for you to end something. Something is asked to end. This is representing the past, whatever it is. And you need to move ahead, and you need to establish your own life, your own stability. There's going to be an increase in recognition, an increase in money. So there's an important conversation here that's going to take place. And you've got this 12th house card in the 12th house with the Ankh. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of confusion about where you're going, about what's really going to make you happy, maybe even whether or not this is something that represents love, because this can be a card that just represents love if it's not that deeper soul level thing. And I feel like you are, yeah, with this 12th house card, you are definitely, there's definitely a lot that just feels, I feel like there's just information that you're waiting on here. Or that you just feel like you want to move forward, but you're not really sure you're moving in the right direction. So like I said, yeah, overall we have this, with the card of endings and beginnings. So what it's really telling you is that things are changing, and things are going to change fast for you, Leo. And I think you need to move in the direction of being recognized for your own work, and taking action on what you feel is the right thing for you to do. I think you need to not let past connections or past life connections or anything. I just feel like you need to move ahead, and I think somebody may be holding you back. Maybe it's through something secret too. Maybe somebody is not sharing something with you, or maybe something took an unexpected turn, and this has been an obstacle for you, but it's absolutely time for you to break out of whatever this is. And I feel like it's connected to some kind of friendship or partnership. It's more in the friendship side of things, or maybe even in the work side of things. But there's definitely something here that you need to break free from, because it does feel to me like there's going to be an increase in your money, an increase in your security. whether, I'm just mentioning mom, quote unquote, but whether mom has anything to do with it or not, it may for somebody, but not necessarily for everybody. But yeah, there's definitely a strong energy that you may be frustrated about the fact that you're not able to move ahead right now, and maybe you're even confused about which direction to go. But let's pull a card from the Osho Zen deck, just to have as a kind of a card that's going to sum up for us here. Can we get a summary for, oops, it's too many cards, excuse me. Okay, let me just make sure everything's good. Oh, this is the one that seems to be, okay. Here's the card that's popping out for us. Five of Cups, clinging to the past. Okay, yeah, there's definitely, okay, it's clear to me, there's a past situation that this is how this astrological aspect is affecting you. It is definitely time for you to move ahead and move into being recognized on your own, and there is somebody who's holding you back, and you're reluctant to let go because of this past connection that's probably connected to this. Okay, this South Node, past life kind of energy. And I feel like, you know, fourth house roots, maybe this is somebody who was a family member in a previous life or something like that, because there's a strong past life energy here. But you are ready to be secure, stable, and having your increase on your own. Maybe there's going to be a conversation about a new business. Like if this has to do with work, maybe you're going to have a conversation about doing something differently or doing it on your own. But yeah, there's definitely, you've got the Scorpio energy, you've got Scarab in the center with the 8th house. Things are changing. I think you know that things are changing, and it's just time for you to let go. The energy that's going on right now is quite explosive, so maybe something is going to happen that's going to, that's really going to put this in front of you and say, okay, either it's telling you to let it go or it's just going to cut it off. I mean, it depends on the situations. There's that whole element of, you know, we can change or the universe can change it for us. It's that kind of energy that's going on right now. So it's definitely telling you to be confident that you are being recognized, and that a lot of these past relationships and situations are things that probably need to go bye-bye at this point. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you, Leo. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. Everything you do, like, comment, subscribe, definitely helps this channel to grow. I hope you have stay safe and sane for the rest of July, and we'll see you at the end of the month.